What do you say to people that say you're not paying your fair share in taxes?
I say they can have the property if they want it.
The property tax deadline has passed. You paid yours, we paid ours, but some of our neighbors did not pay up. Only on RTV6, Call 6 Investigates. Kara Kenny is looking into who owes the most and what's being done to address it.
Marion County is dealing with more than 50,000 delinquent properties. Those homeowners owe more than $85 million in unpaid property taxes. Call 6 Investigates is digging deeper to find out who some of the biggest violators are and what's being done about it. Death and taxes, the two sure things in life. The Marion County Treasurer's Office collects property taxes and distributes them to schools, police, fire, and other government agencies. If a homeowner doesn't pay the full amount by the deadline, they're considered delinquent. Deputy Treasurer of Operations Joshua Peters says they send out so many notifications, it would be difficult to not know if you're tax delinquent. You could have tax delinquent properties in your own neighborhood.
It's not likely that you would know that your neighbor had any delinquencies on their property taxes, but there would be no way for you to be necessarily notified without looking yourself.
We decided as Call 6 Investigates to look for ourselves. We requested the database of delinquent property tax owners. Our analysis found the top 10 who owe the most. Ranjit Dillon owes $65,000 in taxes and penalties on 18 different properties. Leon Thompson owes $75,000 on 10 different properties. Your name popped to a top 10 list of delinquent property tax owners. The delinquent lots sit along Little Eagle Creek. You have quite a few tax delinquent properties, including those over on Olin Avenue.
Yeah.
What's going on there?
Well, they told me in '98 that if I didn't pay taxes, they'd go on a tax sale.
A property becomes eligible for tax sale after 3 missed payments. If there's no interest at the tax sale, the county can put a lien against the property and sell it at a surplus auction. According to the treasurer, the county tried to sell Thompson's Riverside lots at surplus auctions, but they're considered undesirable, only accessible by an alley, and they're right by the water.
Tried to get a variance to build, and they said I couldn't build because it was a flood zone. I can't build, then I don't really want to keep them.
George Rich wants to sell his land too. He owes more than $100,000 in property taxes and penalties on this piece of land on Kentucky Avenue near Lucas Oil Stadium. This says you owe over $100,000.
Yeah, for 5 acres there.
So what do you think about that?
I think they're crazy.
An asphalt plant used to sit on this land. George worked there for years, but it's now an empty lot valued at $1 million. Colts fans pay to park there during home games.
Well, a couple thousand a game.
But it doesn't cover your taxes for the year.
Not a bit.
Do you plan to get caught up on your taxes?
Probably never will.
2 property owners owe even more. Daryl Burris, $109,000, and Eric Taylor owes $123,000 on 3 different properties. The treasurer says when taxpayers don't pay, it can hurt schools, police, fire, and other government.
We don't want people to be chronically delinquent. We want to help and do everything we can to help people pay their property taxes.
The treasurer's office says they've greatly reduced the number of delinquent properties through a new program that allows them to take your income tax returns and lottery winnings.
We collected almost $6 million of payments that we likely would not have collected without the program.
The office is working with both Leon Thompson and George Rich to resolve their situations. Here's how you can protect yourself from tax trouble. Make sure you pay your bills on time or check with your mortgage company to make sure they've taken care of it. And lastly, and most importantly, check with your county treasurer's office to make sure they have your current address on file. Kara Kenny, RTV6.